are at Gooseberry Falls.
Uh-huh. What do you think?
It's cold. Beautiful.
It's
cold.
cold. It is pretty. Oh, look at those guys come down.
And here they come.
Whee!
That was pretty fun.
Did it hurt?
As soon as you get to that last little bit, you gotta land on your feet, or else it is gonna be a bruised tailbone.
Yeah,
for sure.
we don't want that.
Woo!
My fingers are freezing off my hands.
Oh no!
Did we mention it's 16 degrees out here?
And we're skipping ice.
Yes, we are. Wow.
That's a good one,
There.
right? Oh, whoops.
Skipped a couple times.
See how this one does. Oh,
Good try, good try.
We're at Split Rock Lighthouse.
Yes, we are. Right up there.
Ta-da!
Beautiful.
Oh, you know, we went up here a couple times when I was a kid. Just did a lot of camping, but there's no favorite memory that sticks out. It's
Sounds
just nice to come up north.
the ultimate skipping rock.
Ooh,
Boing! More like a shot put.
man, it's beautiful here. Hey, Joe. What's your impressions? You've never been to the Great Lakes. You're from Idaho?
Yep. First time here. Coldest lake I've ever visited, easily. But beautiful.
Does it
Very
get this
beautiful.
cold in Idaho?
It's rare, yeah, but once in a while.
All right.
It's not this on an average though.
Right.
Minnesotans are hardcore.
So we're here at the lake, what is this called? The Maritime Museum in Duluth. And -5, our nostrils are starting to freeze up.
Frozen stash.
Oh man, it's cold. What else?
It's
One more
cold.
day in Duluth.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
still cold.
Been
We've
to a
seen-
couple breweries already, heading for some thrift shopping.
Yeah.
We're gonna do thrift shopping because a lot of this stuff is closed here
Yeah.
in Duluth in the winter. But my gosh, the scenery in the winter is so cool.
Yeah. Very little tourism going on.
Yeah, I know. Watch. We've been here many, many times, but never where it's frozen like this. Yeah.
These are the big crowds we got today.
Yeah, there's one guy and us. We're crazy. Waving at us too.
I'm waving at my sister in Colorado,
Oh my gosh, where are you
Oh.
from?
Boston.
Where's that?
Right on Highway 2. You know Highway 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, West Highway 2, about 3.5 hours.
Oh, you came just to see the ship?
Yeah.
It looks like tomorrow morning, if you can see it, is 2 boats coming in, one at 8:30, one at 8 o'clock. One is for winter layup, which means that it's coming in for the winter to be hanging out, not going out anymore. And then the other one is leaving with iron ore pellets and then coming from the iron range up here, about 50 miles north of here. All the iron ore and the taconite comes in from the trains, and then the trains they have like a conveyor belt type thing that just loads all the ships, and then they take off, and then they go to all parts of the world. Yep.
That's a clam shell. That's the beehive. Here are all of the lighthouses, and we're right here.
Yep, this is Duluth, right here. Yesterday we went up to Split Rock, which is one of these. Weekend.
So overnight, the canal developed a little bit of ice on it due to the low temperatures, and it's probably just, I don't know, maybe just a little film of ice, probably not really thick, so the large cargo vessels can easily move through that. But if ice gets a lot thicker, then they would call the Coast Guard cutters, so they can come out and cut a path through the ice if they need to. St. Louis River flows out into Lake Superior, so the water always seems to be moving, so it's harder to form ice on moving water. And then the shipping season's got about maybe another week. So the Soo Locks at the other end of the lake will be closing for maintenance on the 15th of January. So we won't have any vessels coming in or out of the lake until March 25th.
So the ones
the
going
river.
out now, they're not going through the St. Lawrence Seaway. They're just staying within the lakes.
Right. The St. Lawrence Seaway closes, I think, around Christmas. So they close about a month earlier than the Soo Locks. And so all the foreign vessels that come here have to be through that by the time that they close. This year we've had a lot of foreign vessels bringing wind turbine parts, wind energy components. So, and those are brought here by boat. A lot of them come from Germany. A lot of them are made in Germany. So they are brought here by boat, and then they're put on trucks where they're transported to the wind farms in the Dakotas. Most of them come here to load grain. That's the big thing that they take out of here. So they will bring that to mostly countries in southern Europe and northern Africa, so like the Mediterranean area. Right now we have 13 1,000-foot vessels operating on the Great Lakes. All those vessels stay in the Great Lakes. They don't go out to the ocean at all. And most of those come here to either pick up iron ore pellets or coal, and they bring the iron ore pellets to steel mills around the Great Lakes. One of the big areas for that is the southern part of Lake Michigan. We just got heard over the radio that the James R. Barker gave a security call and said that about 15 minutes they're going to be departing their dock. So that's right around 11 o'clock.
And then right here?
Yep, they're right at the Canadian National Ore Dock right there, loading iron ore pellets. And once they get underway, it's probably going to take them about 45 minutes or so to make that trip underneath the bridge and to the ship canal. So this is a new exhibit about the Edmund Fitzgerald, and this one really focuses on the crew, the 29 crew members that disappeared along with the vessel. As far as shipwrecks in Lake Superior specifically, there's probably at least 300 total wrecks, and of those there's probably 50 to 100 that still haven't been found, and that's due to the fact that Lake Superior is so deep and so cold. It just makes it difficult for divers and exploration down to that depth. Every couple of years they find one that's been missing, so that's really interesting to add to the history. The Edmund Fitzgerald sank in 1975 in November during a really bad storm on Lake Superior, and we do have a local connection to it because it left out of the Superior entry after it loaded iron ore pellets and was headed to the eastern part of Lake Superior. They made it to almost Whitefish Point. If they would have made it about 17 miles more, they would have been probably safe in Whitefish Point. But unfortunately they sank, and they found the vessel by airplane a couple days later, but were not, because they detected a metal anomaly down in the lake. But they couldn't confirm that until the next spring because of the weather conditions. And then the next spring they sent down a remote operated vessel down into the lake and found that it was indeed the Edmund Fitzgerald was found on the bottom of the lake, and this is a model where the bow of the vessel is right side up, but the stern of the vessel, the back of the vessel is upside down and spilled all their cargo, and you know, none of the bodies have ever been found. This is sort of a simulation of the Soo Locks, which is at the other end of the lake, that allows vessels into and out of Lake Superior. And then it needs a lock there because the water levels of the different lakes are different. So Lake Superior is the highest above sea level, and Lake Huron is about 22 feet below Lake Superior, so they need a lock there that basically functions as a water elevator, lifting and lowering the vessels as they go into and out of Lake Superior.
Operator, please turn the lever to open the lower gates. This
panel is an actual panel that was taken out of the MacArthur lock at the Soo. This was from 1943, and so we've had it configured so that people can use the actual knobs and everything to simulate locking a boat through through the Soo Locks. The visitor center sees about almost 500,000 a year. And of course, summer is our busiest season. Some days we can get over 5,000 people a day.
Captain Aldrich requesting a downbound launch.
Good day, Captain. Make your approach and we will be ready for you. Operator, please turn the lever to open the upper gates.
The gates at this end open to allow the vessel to come into the lock chamber. So it's coming from Lake Superior, going to Lake Huron. So it has to sink about 22 feet. And you can see the vessel on the other side, the other lock, being raised 22 feet. And once they get the boat in and secured, then we'll close the gates at that end.
Operator, when the boat is in the chamber, turn the lever to close the upper gates. Operator, please turn the lever to close the filling valve. Operator, turn the lever to open the emptying valve.
I'm going to open the emptying valve, which allows the water to leave the lock chamber, lowering the boat. In real life, this takes about 45 minutes or so. And then once the water is at the same level as Lake
Operator,
Huron,
please turn the lever to open the lower gates.
we'll open the lower gates. And now the boat can go out into Lake Huron and be on its way.
The water's rippling, it's go time!
Good afternoon, visitors. At long last, the Duluth area lift bridge is rising to its full
Wow. That's a
agree.
lot of steel.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Look at the smokestack. That thing is just working.
Yeah.
I know.